YouTube. First and foremost, allow me to address that I'm late. But my defense, there's crazy storms going on outside, rolling blackouts, flood warnings everywhere. You can't drive down the street, so the traffic was super bad on the freeway, and it just took me a long time to get home. So, yes, I am late, but I promise it was due to weather. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Hopefully, you guys, if I randomly get cut off here in the middle of the stream, it's because there's a blackout. So my landlord just texted me, hey, power's going out in the area, and was just checking up to see if I still have electricity. So if I randomly get cut out here, it's because there's power outages because it's raining like crazy. Yeah, so sorry, that's what kind of made me late. There was crazy traffic on the freeway with pouring rain and stuff. So my bad. Russ Schrader, what's going on? Lucky7, yo, what's up, guys? Thank you for coming and hanging out. Chim Flipper, what's up, man? I see you over there with the membership icon. Always supporting the channel. Chip, what's up, dude? Craig D, so Khaled versus Monster Michael Todd. I haven't watched the interview, but I saw on my YouTube channel that, or on my feed, that he says he's down to arm wrestle Michael Todd. Khaled, listen, you're my buddy. You're my boy, Khaled. You're my boy. But maybe not yet with the Michael Todd thing. Maybe it's a bit early for the Michael Todd call out. Maybe. No, definitely a bit early on the Michael Todd call out. Maybe we start arm wrestling first, training a little bit, you know? Yeah. Now, I think Khaled has a ton of potential. Do I think that, like, with a few years of training, could he be ready for that? If he's open to it, if he's open-minded enough to learn and sit and adapt, yeah. But right now, I don't think that's the best call-out in the world. But then again, who am I? Who am I to know about what's a good call-out? I go get my butt kicked. So, Martin Ryan, what's going on, man? Ricky Walker with a $5 sticker. My man dropping stickers again. Thank you for the $5 sticker, the first donation of the night, man. I appreciate the support, brother. Thank you. See how he does a King of Tail 5. I agree. Kane says, Monster Michael Todd going to be like, let me show you my King's move. Yeah, I just it's a bit early for that. If Khaled trained 100% arm wrestling, how long before he gets to top 5? Okay. I don't think he's very old, right? How old is Khaled? He's not in his 30s, I don't think. I think he's what, like mid-20s? With his big hand, big, strong hand. I mean, it would still need some work. His hand still isn't strong enough to hang with, Levon and some of the top guys. So that would still need some work, but not a ton of work. Parts of it would need work. Like, he's never trained like pronation and supination and things, but he has a ton of grip and wrist flexion. So some things would need work. Some parts of his hand and wrist wouldn't need work. Obviously, learning how to use it would need a lot of work. And then there's still building up the elbows and the biceps and all that stuff. Although he's pretty far ahead on those too. The most important thing was if he fell in love with arm wrestling, like he actually wanted to do it. That's step one. Like that, everything has to come from that. If you don't love it, especially at the beginning stages, then you ain't gonna do a ton with it. But say he loved it and he's dedicating, he's in the gym every day for arm wrestling, purely for arm wrestling. Top 5 in the world? Oh, that's a 6 year to 7 year dedication to top 5 in the world. That's a ways. Now, to be like a respectable, top guy in his country, top guy in that general area, maybe 3 to 4 years. But those climbs, remember that the gains get smaller and smaller as you go, and to jump into that top 5 is another beast in and of itself. Yeah, I think people read too much into the time where he practiced with Michael Todd, and not that Khaled's not super strong, but it was a practice with Michael Todd. That doesn't mean like he's ready to be at that level yet. I'm not saying he can't be, but just not right now. Ryan's exposed cable says this is a sideshow at this point. In before Marcus Thompson must be early, says JWAW. I started late, guys. I started the stream late due to weather constraints. But I'm here. Hook roller in the house. Khaled pulls Larry and meeting Vitaly has likely crushed his spirit. Kazi McNamara, he would be foolish to think he's not training a little, and I'm wrestling. I know he is. When I was out there, because I went out and I hung out with Khaled. I went out to dinner with him. I did an interview with him. I've hung out and talked with that guy. And he had, at that point, unless something has changed, zero interest in arm wrestling. He wanted to fight. That was before he started training. No, he had just started training for fighting when I went out there. And we were chopping it up. When we went out to amusement park, me, him, and Botter. We went out, and he was just like, he was purely just doing grip and the arm wrestling stuff because Botter wanted him to. The guy he hangs out with, Botter, the rich guy, he hangs out with him. And so he got him into grip because he saw he has a big, strong hand, and he wanted him to do grip and stuff. But Khaled had no interest in it at all. All he wanted to do was fight because from where he's from and everything, fighting. And then arm wrestling kind of came with it, but he had no want at all to arm wrestle. Purely just doing it because they asked him to do it. That's it. So I would not be shocked if he's not training at all for arm wrestling. And if he's training, maybe it's like doing grippers or it's something light. If Khaled's smart, he'll throw the schoolboy match after the first round and then crush Bowen. He would have a better chance at beating Ryan Bowen if he didn't exert any energy against schoolboy. My last live stream, guys, I said I think he will burn him because I don't think he has it within him to lay down. I think he'll burn himself out with schoolboy and then get crushed by Ryan Bowen. I think by the time he pulls Bowen, he'll be just spent. Because I don't think it's within Khaled to just let go and be like, okay, conserve energy. He's going to hold on with that big, strong hand. He's going to hold on for dear life, win, lose, or draw. He's going to hold on the whole time. Either get blasted a bunch of times, or you say somehow he wins against Schoolboy. It definitely won't be a quick win. He's definitely not going to throw Schoolboy across the table. If he somehow did win, either way, it'll be grinders. And Ryan Bowen is a good arm wrestler, guy. He's been arm wrestling as long as I have, and he's smart. He's going to take advantage of it. So I would be so shocked if Khaled beats Ryan Bowen. I would be so shocked. Khaled is beating a lot of people in U.S. Yeah, he definitely started at a high level for sure. I would say the Khaled that I gripped up with, he would get probably in like a local event, an average local event, he would get second or third, maybe in a pro super heavyweight class, in a local event. At a national event, too many big boys thrown at him. Maybe like top 8, top 7 at a national event in like an open class. I would guess somewhere around there. He could if he played his cards right. Alex come down on him like a ton of bricks. I thought that. Let's see. Spence, what's up, dude? Working, so we'll try to type when I can. Have a good night, guys. Thanks, Spence. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Who wins Vitaly versus Dave this weekend? I got Dave. Obviously, I'm cheering for Dave. Vitaly's my boy, but obviously I'm cheering for Dave being from the West. It was tough to call. I have Vitaly as the favorite. But I think last stream, I believe I put it at 60-40. Vitaly. I have Vitaly as a favorite. I just need to see. I need to see how he's going to deal with Dave's. I think Vitaly will take Dave's hand for sure. Just how does Vitaly deal with Dave's pressure after he loses his hand in the straps? Probably. How does he deal with it then? Does he have enough side pressure to pull right through Dave's arm? I don't know. So that's what I'm interested to see out of Vitaly, and that's why it's more of a toss-up to me. All right. Let's see. Spence posted my Linktree link. You guys, those of you guys that don't know, moderators, can you please post it in the chat? We launched the clothing site. Bridget did. So theawswitch.com. You guys go check it out. Buy yourself a shirt, a sticker, a hat. We got some more cool stuff. Let's see. She put it on the chair behind me yesterday. I'm not sure if all these are available yet up on the website, but this is a tank top. Obviously, it's my size. It's really big. White tank top. And then we got so my team's logo, the Alpha Empire Bolts logo, the simpler one that doesn't say arm wrestling. big one, and then just give me another. This is a California arm wrestling shirt, which is pretty basic, but I like it a lot. So, got hooked up with the shirts last night. Bridget came through, took care of me, of course. So I'll start rocking those for you guys. I was in a rush. Like I said, I was in the rush from the rain, so I didn't get a chance to put one on right now. But yeah. Plot twist. Oh, $5 super chat from Ryan's Exposed Cable. I'm a bit disappointed that King of the Table is doing such a silly match. I get the YouTube angle, but it hurts the sport. Why not just have a real match instead? I appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you, sir. I don't know if, in my opinion, if it hurts the sport. I don't think it's. Well, no, I mean, because it's a match out there in the public. All of Ryan's following mixed with Schoolboy's following and people that have started following Khaled, they're all going to tune in to watch. And then by then, they'll tune in to watch their match, but then they'll end up seeing Vitaly and Dave and Morozov and David. They'll see the other matches. So I don't think it's bad in terms of, that match. And plus, I don't think there'll be any. Khaled might try a King's move, but there won't be probably any King's moving. So I don't think it's bad for the sport. Oh, there he is. Botter's right in there. There he is. Grip. I don't want to say it wrong. Grip Alawadi in the house right there. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming through, sir. Good to see you. Okay, let's see. Khaled said on the Strong podcast that he loves arm wrestling but loves MMA more. I think that I don't train is a built-in excuse. Like I said, I mean, I think he does. From my conversations with him, he loves MMA more. I don't know if he's using it. He's not really the excuse type as much. He's just like, it's legit. Like, he really doesn't train for arm wrestling. Like, he just doesn't love. He's just not an arm wrestler. I mean, he doesn't. It's not his thing. Fighting is generally his thing. I mean, but yeah, I guess it could be used as an excuse. I guess. I don't think he's doing it for that reason. I guess you'd say. I don't think he's not training for the reason of having an excuse. Yeah, he just his love, as far as I know, is MMA. Can't believe Sideshow Blue actually got offered to pull 2 pros versus an amateur, says Isaac. Well, I mean, but like there's the views. There's the views for sure. Oh my gosh, is this the Derek Smith? Yes, it is. Johnny Dang, what's up, my boy? One of my teammates in the house, Johnny Dang. Bygone era. Ryan's going to struggle to get out of his hand. By the time he sees him, I don't know. We'll see, because I imagine that Schoolboy is going to attack his hand. I'm not seeing. In my brain, I don't see Schoolboy trying to hook with Khaled. I think he'll try to attack his hand in some way or another. And so by the time he's done with the entire suit match of someone attacking his hand, Ryan might just control his hand by the second match. Oh, there we go. Let's see, Derek, hope you're well, man. Super well. Thank you, Ryan. What's the biggest hurdle you faced to reach the top? Biggest hurdle I faced to reach the top. Oh, okay. No one's asked me that. Biggest hurdle I faced to reach the top. Okay. Mine would be okay, I have this tattoo that says "One Love" on my arm, right? It's German. Eine Liebe means one love in my arm. I'm very one-track minded. I get very obsessive on one thing, right? And when I focus, and I'm very bad at multitasking. I've put myself in situations now where I must multitask, and it's making it harder for me to obsess and focus on one thing. I did it myself, no one else to blame, but with the team and with the social media and obviously I have a daughter and obviously I have a job and all this. I'm now doing a lot of things, and it's hard for me to solely focus on training. And so, yeah, I think that's one of my biggest hurdles that I've created with my own brain. It's all my own fault. That's keeping me from right now training at my full potential. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't been training at the hardest. I've been training. I've been upkeeping and maintaining, but I don't have a match set up. I tried to set up some. I don't have any set up, so I'm still looking around for a match so I can have a deadline. But yeah, so I mean, right now I think being spread thin in my own brain, it kind of holds me back a little bit. And it's all my fault, nobody else's fault. Caller's going to try and not let anyone get to the straps. Yep, probably. They look nice. Thank you guys for checking out the shirts and stuff. Who's your next opponent? You have to have a goal to work towards. Thank you, Craig D. You read my mind right there, what I was just saying. Exactly. I tried setting up some, and I haven't heard any set dates on anything. I'm waiting, kind of looking around. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out. To fair Khaled almost crushed Schoolboy's hand, David. But remember, Schoolboy's young, man. That guy was still growing at a quick pace. Let's see. Kai says, yes, he did, David. It doesn't hurt the sport. It's the opposite, says David. Clay Dog, Dave's gas tank has been non-existent. Yeah, I have to wonder what Dave's been doing in terms of endurance. Like, if that's been a problem his last 2 matches, generally the rule of thumb in arm wrestling is that if you want more endurance on the table, then you arm wrestle more often. Like, that's what you do. You just you run, when you go to practice, you sit on the table more, and maybe have 2 practices a week. You're generally on the table more. Which, let's see, Devin Larrett, most endurance in the world, and arm wrestles every day. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Checks out, right? In general. But I'm saying he's also a freak in nature. But every time I've had a ton of endurance on the table, it directly was shown through my training, through me sitting on the table and getting a lot of time on, not just being at practice, but actually having my elbow on the pad and arm wrestling for hours at a time. It just builds that endurance. It does. And that's the first thing you lose when I have new guys, or when I have guys come back to practice who haven't been there in a couple months, and they show up. They feel really great for like 1 or 2 arm wrestles, and then they're just dead, right? Their endurance, everybody knows your endurance just plummets. Your top end strength will feel really good because you'll be all healed up because you took the time off, but your endurance just sucks. So I wonder, so there's the answer to it, right? So I wonder if Dave's been doing a ton of table time and getting his endurance up. I wonder. Ultra Meta 14, Derek, do you think Morzov is strong enough to top roll David? David's containment seems strong. He might force Morzov into a hook. Honestly, like, this is, to me, we kind of know where Morzov's at. I'm wondering on a world scale where David's at. I'm going to say no. I don't think you can reel Morzov into a hook. I don't think Morzov's too scared to hook him. But I think Morzov will control his hand. So, no, I don't think he'll be able to control his hand. But who knows? I might be way underselling David. Maybe he's that guy. Maybe he is that guy. I'm interested to see for sure. Someone said he claimed on Instagram that he wasn't training properly for his last MMA match. He lost. Excuses. Oh, okay. David Chapman Arm Wrestling says King of the Table continues to be a complete failure of marketing these matches themselves. I have no idea why. Don't put out any content themselves. I don't. That one's one thing. Maybe I'll have to talk to Adam about. Adam Silver, the manager, Larry's manager and stuff. I always am kind of wondering why they don't. I thought they would be throwing out a ton of content. I thought on every video Larry would release, there would be like multiple commercials for King of the Table. I thought it would just be blasted everywhere with different stuff because they make videos. Is what they do. So I am a little shocked as well at the lack of content. There's stuff out there, but that I thought there would be more, I guess is the way to put it. So I kind of agree in terms of not a ton of content out there. And then also like Engen's taking up all the good matches, man. That dude's having an event every other weekend, and he's just calling out all the top guys. So they're trying to find the match. And if you want to keep getting Levon, that's the thing. But apparently Levon charges a lot of money to have a match right now, so it's a pretty penny. If you need a Bowen, just have Bowen pull someone that's actually interesting, or have Derek Smith pull someone. It just feels cheap. Yeah, have Derek Smith pull someone. I'd love to do a King of the Table match, man. At least it's one bucket list, right? Have a King of the Table match, but it feels a little more exclusive because they only have like 3 matches rather than 19 matches. At East versus West. That'd be cool to have like a jersey, a King of the Table jersey, put on my wall. But who would I call out? Who would be an exciting match? Like, all right, you guys think about this. Give me some answers. What would be an exciting match for someone to be pulled? Not that just the arm wrestling world would want to watch, but like that everybody would want to watch, right? That would be like popular. That would get clicks. That hopefully I'm in the match and like I could, at least even or I'm the favorite. Not like me and Levon or something like that, right? Somewhere where it's about the same level-ish, but that would be big. Like everybody would want to see. I wonder what would be my King of the Table matchup, right? Because it'd have to be, for sure, they would pick a match that would be big in terms of clicks. What's my biggest match? Is it still Corey West? Is that still the match everybody wants to see me do? Corey West or Chance? Maybe me and Chance finally throw down a King of the Table. Oh, Chance, if you're watching this, let's do it. If they'll give us a King of the Table match, let's talk to Adam. Although people will be like, why would you guys fly from the United States all the way to King of the Table to have the match? You can have it at home. Because I want to be on King of the Table, go to Dubai. No Chance does too. Are you any club aware of any clubs in Albuquerque? Not off the top of my head, buddy, but message me on Instagram, Cybernetic Module. Message me on Instagram, and then I can start looking around for you and help you out. Or if you want to join the Discord, Texas Prana, we'll share the Discord link right now in the chat. And then join the Discord, and then we'll help find you some people out. Texas Prana asked me about Will. No one on here knows who Will is. Mike, am I talking about Will on here? Shout out to my teammate, Will Klingman, who went out to Texas and competed at Texas State. Traveled, got on a plane and went out there. Kane says, we need you training like a beast, Eric. Do John Brzezinski style. A lot of good matches to set up a real good one. I know. I want to, man. I love arm wrestling. I want to have more matches for sure. Randy Marsh, hi Derek. I just started arm wrestling. What do you think I need to do to defeat Levon? Well, most people tell you start taking a ton of steroids. I would say learn how to love arm wrestling. Learn why you love arm wrestling, because it all starts with that. Because it would be a long road, a long, challenging road to get to Levon. And if you don't, by a minimum of love arm wrestling with all your heart and soul, then you probably won't make it down that road of all the things you would need to do to get to Levon. So, my biggest advice would be take a look at the sport, find out what you love about it, and really double down on that and really hold on to that tightly, and then start the process. Craig D says, why not knock off Chance now? Then it will just be you and Corey left as up-and-comers. David clapped Morozov in 2020 rather handily. It's a different Morozov now. And Morozov's 24 years old. What's David, like 46 or 47 years old? 1.4 gigahertz max says, as Dave always limited endurance. I don't remember it being a major point of discussion prior to his match with Vicvinia. I don't remember everybody ever bringing it up. I don't ever remember someone like talking about his endurance being poor. With Devin, everybody's endurance is crap compared to Devin, right? Yeah, I don't really hear people talking about Dave's endurance in the past, so maybe it's something recent. On Chance's Instagram, he said he does not know why you're ducking him. You versus Corey West, Chance, Gorilla, Derek versus Kardeccia, Clash of the Titans. I would love to grip up with Alex and see where it is. Like really, just have I would like to have a little polling session with him because I don't know where I'm at with him. Like if there's any angle where I can get something on him, if I feel like I can actually do something with him, if I get a hold of him and I just can't touch him in a hook or in a top roll, I want to know. I mean, obviously, I have to say that Alex is a higher level than me right now, but I would love to see how different the level is. Let's see. Like Spike for Derek and Shave. Thank you, sir. Or wait. Oh, that's Veronica. Thank you, man. Derek Smith with Corey West, probably your biggest possible match. Yeah. See, that's what I was telling Corey. I was like, we need to have a big match, man. When we have our match, I want to have it on some big platform. I don't want to just be at some tournament. And there's a tournament coming up where I could go match up with him, but I'm like, I don't want to do a best of one at a random tournament, dude. I want to have a super match with you. I don't want to just come across you at a tournament. What's your weight competition right now? I'm around 350. I've been saying around 350 for a while, 345 to 355, somewhere in there. Dylan Costa, yo, Anthony Lowe, Will Ponzi. Let's see, Clay Dog, you should call out Lachlan Adair. Lachlan doesn't want to pull super heavyweights, or so he said. He's trying to stay at a lighter weight class. So, yeah. No, thank you for that, Clay Dog. Neil Spence, Corey West, there's nobody else. That is the match, isn't it? That is the match. Let's see. Let's see. Not much trying to get. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to catch up on you guys in the chat. Almost made me spit my drink with that David joke. It's Lachlan get on get the T on the wall. You should concentrate on USA's top arm wrestlers and continues up the ranking after Tim Breslin. I know, and I know Tim wants a rematch. We've had 2 matches. He whooped my ass 5-0 the first time, or was it 6-0? The first time, and then I whooped him the second time, 5-0. And so he wanted, he's like, hey, we're doing this again. And I owe it to him. If Tim legitimately wants that match and he gives me a time and a place and it all works, and I will 100% give Tim the match 100%. It's his turn to get me out there, though. Tim, you get to get me out there. I got you on this one, and I paid you on top of it. It's your turn. You get me out there for this match. And then his son, Corey Bresnan, wanted a match. Originally, that was the plan. Is I'd go out there, pull Tim right-handed, and pull Corey left-handed. But yeah, we haven't talked about a set time or anything like that. But we'll dance one more because I know Tim wants that win back for sure. Yeah, let's see. But by then, I'll be so strong, Tim. I'm already so strong right now. Ooh, I'm so strong for where I'm at. Apparently, not that strong on the world level. Let's see. Y'all there and Chave, y'all get that Derek and Chave merch packaged with love from Chave's mama. We have the only Chave merch we have right now is this thing, the Talk to Me Chave sticker with Chave in the glasses. That's the only current Chave merch we have. Oh wait, there was a $5 super chat earlier. What am I thinking? Oh, who was that? Crap, that was Ryan's Exposed Cable. Dude, you're the top donator for the day. My bad, man. I completely spaced on it. Ryan's Exposed Cable with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Sorry, there's a lot to write. There we go. Thank you, sir. You get to keep Chave warm, keep him company. Okay, where were we at? Anthony Lowe in the house. Always good to see you, Anthony. Okay. The GOAT will be a good match. You have history. I just talked to John Brzezinski 2 days ago. So I messaged John. I live in Southern California. John lives in Phoenix. Focus. I live in Southern California. John lives in Phoenix, Arizona. And I was like, dude, I wonder if I need to test myself more. How do I word this? My right arm is I can't test myself as much out here right-handed. The nearest person to test myself with at an elite level is John Brzezinski. He's the closest person to me. So I messaged John. I said, hey, can we try to set up a time or something where I fly out there maybe once a month or every other month or something like that, where I fly out there and get a practice with you. The flights look like they're like $100 to anywhere between $100 to $150 total for like a turnaround trip. So maybe fly out there in the morning, go catch a practice with John, catch a ride back to the airport, and come back home. Like something real simple. But I need to get out there with John. I need to get a hold of that arm and test myself and watch and come home and train my ass off and get back out there and have more table time with him and really just try to keep making improvements. So, yeah, I've been looking at that and trying to get that done. So, but he said, yeah, he didn't give me his exact date, his work schedule. That's what I asked for. But he said he's down. He's down to do that. So we're going to try to set something like that up. Let's see. What about you and Matt Mass? Ooh, Matt would be a fun match, man. That dude's exciting. Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. I want to practice one more time before my match with Luna. Texas Prawn here is going to be going against Isaac Luna. You guys, I know you guys have probably seen Isaac Luna somewhere around. His TikToks are taking off. He's from Colorado, I believe, or in that area. Yeah. Saucy James, $5 super chat. Without special handles, which gym lifts do you recommend for helping with cinching a hook on go? Without special handles. So we're talking about just handles you have at the gym, nothing else. Which gym lifts you recommend for helping with cinching a hook on go? So cinching a hook, I think what you mean is getting your hook in, right? Against like a top roller or someone, moving fast. So, I mean, it's gonna be wrist curls. It's gonna be some side pressure, right? Because if your side pressure is so weak that the moment you try to move, they push your palm and you immediately are out here, it puts you at a deficit in terms of trying to get your wrist flexion, get a hold of it. So starting with some side pressure, which is internal rotation. That form of side pressure I'm talking about is mostly internal rotation. So that's chest, shoulder, lats, or chest, rotator cuff, lats. So that's cable flies, think all the normal lifts that hit those muscles. Then in terms of your hand, there's some supination involved in there, which is your bicep is the main supinator muscle, the one that does the heaviest of the lifting. So when you supinate, that's a heavy bicep lift. So bicep curls, supinated bicep curls. And then in terms of cupping and wrist flexion, a small rolling handle, something that stays in your palm. Yeah, you want to work your fingers too, but I work those separately with grippers or with other things. But have something in your palm to really test your actual wrist flexion, not your grip strength, your wrist flexion. So like a standard handle that they have at the gym on every pulley system will do that. Just keep it in your palm. Keep the pressure always in your palm and never going out of your fingers, right? Yeah, that's the best answer I can have for you in terms of using regular gym equipment. And thank you for the super chat, Sausage James, my boy. Hope you're doing well out there. Hey, check out the team page too. The one I posted, the theawswitch.com. Let's see. Okay. Because we're talking to each other. There's Bridget sharing the website again. Everybody's having conversations with each other in the chat. I'm trying to read. Maybe there's some of my guys will go. Danny should be back from World Sunday. You got All right. Let's see. Any questions for me? I bet you could do a match with Corey on Monster Michael Todd's promotion that he sets all his free matches on. Yeah, maybe. I'd have to see what they would have to offer. So I feel like we could make a little bit of money for this one, like a couple $1,000s to do the match at least. That's not outside the realm of possibility for it being the biggest match I can have. So I'd have to see what Mike could offer. They should do a Canada versus USA arm wrestling contest for North American Championship. That'd be fun. But there's more arm wrestlers in the United States than there are in Canada. So we have a deeper pool to choose from. Maybe I'll make a Chave for President sticker. There you go, Bridget. People like Chave. Wearing Black Alpha Empire tee right now, Derek. Get yourself some Lads Super Sweet tees, true to size. Got an XXL, fits perfect. Ooh. I'm glad you like this shirt, man. I'm telling you guys, we're not drop shipping. So anything you guys get from that shop that you buy, Bridget is handling herself, putting it in a package and shipping it out. She's taken over this clothing thing. So she the reason she did that is because she wanted to give you guys good quality shirts. Like legitimately. I was a piece of crap. I said, hey, let's just drop ship and have it just handled somewhere else. She goes, no, because I want the quality to be good. So she's by hand making sure you guys get good quality shirts. So they're 60-40 or 50-50 blends. So they're super comfy shirts for sure. I can definitely attest to the quality of the shirts 100%. They will not be poorly made shirts. The next one coming out, I want to try to get Bridget to make a Texas shirt. So you guys saw the California arm wrestling shirt, California arm wrestling, kind of the same thing, but it'll say Texas arm wrestling, and then maybe have a lone star in the middle, like the Lone Star State. Yeah, Bridget, we need that. I want to get one for all the biggest areas right now in arm wrestling, the most popping off areas. Maybe do a Florida one after that, and like a Northeast one. Yeah, try to get some cool shirts for the areas, so everybody can kind of represent their area or their state when they're arm wrestling. And then maybe we get some crazy ones, man. Maybe we get some Australia arm wrestling shirts, something like that. Did I make it? I ate 2 steaks, says Sub Dog. Yeah. Lau says, I think Todd wins because he's more experienced and is a difficult opponent for all. Yeah, Michael Todd would win for sure. John's about to train with Devin mid-October, I think. Yeah, Andre, he invited me to that as well. If I can make it out there, I will. But I'm trying to set up something where I can train with Devin as well in that same trip. So I don't know if I'll be going out to Phoenix to do that. Captain Obvious says Derek is or Devin is out to visit John sometime in October, supposedly. Join him. Yep. Yeah, like I said, I got invited to that, but I might just talk to Devin and find time for him to come out here. And really fast delivery. Ordered it last week. Derek got it today. Hey, attaboy. Hey, send me a picture of it. Send me a picture of you wearing it. I want to see what it looks like. I just picked up the order yesterday, so I shipped it yesterday afternoon. So I'd say super fast. Do you do hammer curls? Yes. So I do hammer curls. I have a bicep day where I'm like supinated, where everything I do is with my palm up. So I'll do 5 different exercises with my palm, targeting my bicep. And then the next day I have a pulling day will be a either thumb up or palm down day. So it's all the reverse curls and hammer curls. And it's different variations of it, whether it be on a super curl bar or it be with dumbbells or it be with a karate belt around my arm. Different versions of hammer curls. Definitely. Let's see. It's the kind of tee that the girlfriends would steal, so keep your eye on it. And we'll be coming out with ladies' shirts eventually, you guys. We don't have them right now, but we're working towards it. Yo, Lloyd Christensen now. Xavier, what's up, my boy? Cameron McNeely, did you see Vitali's grip numbers with Larry? No, Vitali has an insane grip, though, so I imagine it's something stupid. Always have a squeaky board in front of the shirt closet, just saying. Anthony Lowe, sorry, Derek, I don't know how to reply directly to text product during a live stream. Corey vs. Derek is easily a couple thousand payday. I just feel like it could be. You know, not that I'm a super money-hungry dude. I just feel like there was a lot of build-up for that. And, like, I don't know. I feel like it's worth something. I don't know. Brad Butler, Khaled is by no means worthy of a match with Monster Michael Todd. He needs to earn that match or just pull him in one of the many, many tournaments Mike will be doing in 2023. There you go. I think you definitely need to work up to that. And then go international, says Johnny. Exactly. I'm in AZ the week of October 10th, says Johnny Dang. Hey, Johnny, hit up a practice. You want to hit up Dustin Allen. He's the one that goes to John Brzezink's house. It's kind of like an invite-only thing. So, I would message Dustin Allen. I can help you get in touch with him if you are trying to get up to John's house. But, yeah, apparently John doesn't – it's not just an open practice. You kind of got to get an invite. Brad Butler says, I hope everybody is doing good today. I got to go and can't hang. All the best to you, Derek. Thank you, Brad. Thanks for hanging out, man. Always good to see you. Osgold says, I love how Larry is really training hard for arm wrestling. Is he training again? I haven't been following too closely. Interesting. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. How's the static train coming, and can you share what exercises you're doing statics on? Like I said, so on my chest, so I have my gym sessions are broken down by push pull, right? And then if I do 5 or 6 days, we push pull again. So pushing days, chest, shoulder, tricep, right? Pulling days, bicep, brachialis, back, right? That's the list. In terms of importance, right? Chest would be first to me right now, and then biceps I'm really trying to build. So chest, bicep, then second would be shoulder, brachialis, and then third would be triceps and back. Back would be last because your arm has to be at 350 pounds. My arm has to be strong enough to hold my back anyway. My back's already way too strong for my arms. So to train heavy back, it's not top priority for me and never has been. And my back isn't failing in any of my arm wrestling matches. My lats aren't getting ripped open in any of my arm wrestling matches. My wrist and my bicep have to be strong enough to hold up to my lats, right? So that comes last. So the statics mostly on the pulling motions. So it'd be like on the bicep days or the hammer curl days, like concentric curls. You know, where you put your elbow in between your legs, something like that. We'll do static holds. I'll get up with 2 hands and then hold, or I'll do it on the preacher bench. Get up there and hold. Yeah. Something like that. So like mostly on the pulling days. $5 super chat from Lloyd Christmas. My boy Xavier coming through, dropping that 5 bomb. I need that merch. We'll be picking it up. Hey, Bridget's on it, man. Bridget, you guys hung out. We had a party. We kicked it at Mike's house. Hey, Mike, they asked me to go back out to Arm Wrestling Uncensored 3. They were saying it in the chat. Follow up with that. Does that mean he wants to he wants to pay for my entire flight and everything? Because then I'm down. If everything's paid for. But I want to go hang out with Chance and Alex. I can't afford to spend all that money right now, so they're trying to fly me out. Show. Maybe I get Bridget to take the time off and come with me. We'll go hang out. Let's see. 4XL, yes, come hang. Craig D. For your last two matches, you said you just need to get stronger, but I feel that's too general. Do they have better pronation, strength, back pressure, side pressure, etc., or is it strength first technique? Good question. Thank you for asking that. So, yes, I need to get stronger in everything. Now, I might need to make bigger gains in certain areas and smaller gains in other areas, right? But my hand. Okay, so let's see. Morozov and Rivas. My hand was out here on a Southern California level. I have a very dominant hand. My hand is known for not getting busted back like ever, right? Especially my right hand, right? But over there, obviously, it was a different story. So, Morozov, the round one, I still don't count only because I didn't even go. The ref messed it up. His cadence said it completely wrong. By the time I even started reacting, my hand was already down here. And I was like, oh, dude, because he was supposed to say ready go, or he was supposed to say ready go, and he snapped it ready go, and I didn't even because I was starting to wait for that pause. So he told us wait for the pause, don't go too early. So I was like, okay, there's gonna be a pause that says ready go. So I was waiting for the pause, and he just said ready go, and then homeboy snapped it. So I can't count that. And then round two, I tried to slip, right, and got called to slip but at the last second I busted it back, or his hand busted back, but they say it was in a losing position, or I touched. So I got that loss. And then round three, we hooked. And in his hook, though, we initiated the hook like this. I was like, all right, let's hook. He goes, okay. He started it before they said ready to go. He pulled back this way. So I started in his hook, trying to pull him out of like a tight hook on his side. So I was at a deficit, and then he just leaned sideways. But so the Morozov match mostly showed me that, in the hook, even though I was starting on his side, I wasn't strong enough to even budge him. He just went sideways, right? And so that also pronated my hand. So there was also hand control in that. Like I said, I was able to slip and get outside his hand eventually, so it wasn't wildly different. So hand stuff, but a lot of arm stuff. And I was doing so much arm work, biceps and brachialis and stuff like that. So I want to double down on that. But the hand always comes first. If you have enough hand, enough pronation and cupping, then it will negate a lot of the big muscle groups, right? So the Morozov one was weird, but I definitely still need to get stronger. The dude was crazy strong. The Rivas one, the second match, he definitely arm wrestled in a different style than I was prepared for. Rivas is a top roller. Traditionally, he's a high hand top roller. He posts back. So I figured, like most high hand top rollers, Rivas was going to be not holding on to me tightly. He was going knuckles up and trying to pull backwards towards his own shoulder, right? So I figured if he's not going to hold on to me, then I can try to hold on to him, maybe collapse the top of his knuckle. So I'll rise up and push down right here on him, maybe collapse his wrist was my goal. But when he gripped me way different than I was prepared for. I hadn't seen him grip someone like this, or at least maybe I just didn't pay close enough attention. I thought I was paying close attention. Apparently I wasn't. But he went knuckles up. He pushed into me. He went really low, and he grabbed me really tightly around the hand. He got a good grip. Like he was holding on. And then he went knuckles up first. So the first motion, popped my riser. Then I tried to hold on and out of position because my riser was already popped down because he had a superior angle. His arm was more vertical when he did it because he was into my hand. So he was able to push up like that. Anyway, popped my riser. Then I tried to hold on like out of position and busted my hand back, and I lost. The second round, I tried to hook, kept my wrist kind of flat all the way down, but I felt it slow down right before the pin. And then third round, I'm like, oh, let me get to the straps. I felt something slow down. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. And then I got called a bullcrap loss when I slipped like that far above the pad. So, but yeah, so the hand got exposed. Hand kind of got exposed with Morozov. Hand definitely got exposed with Rivas. Yeah, so mostly the hand. When I say stronger, mostly the hand. But if I had enough other stuff, it would have helped in the matches anyway. So hand would be mostly what I'm talking about. Hand and wrist. Cupping, pronation, rising, grip, things like that. Sorry, you posed a long question. I'll give you the long-winded answer. Derek, do they have to pay you on top of that? I mean, that would be awesome, but no, I just, the only reason that sounds so snobby of me. I have to call off work to go out there, Mike. You know that. So if I have to call off work, that sucks because I'm losing out on a bunch of money to go. But no, they don't have to. Depends on how many days they kind of want me out there too. If I have to call off work a whole weekend, it's like $1,500 I'm missing out on to go hang out. Or if they just want me to go out there for like a day, let me know. I'm sure it depends if it's see, Bridget says, I'm sure it depends if it's a work day. Captain Obvious says they should have you over to announce with Aussie at King of the Table who you got, Morozov versus Dadakan. I have Morozov as the favorite. I think it's gonna be a good match, but to me, 70-30, Morozov. Do you have a shirt in 4X? Yes. Hey Derek, do you have a PO box? No. I don't bring it. We have 4XL available and no PO box. Bridget's answering all the questions. Look at her go. Why are you so weak at Derek? I don't know. You know what? The thing is, it's a false sense, right? Because over here in California, I'm really strong. Over here in California, I'm really strong. I was just pulling with my boy Mike on Sunday, Mike. And before we first get there, Mike's like, I'm so strong, dude. I went to practice like a week ago with Dallas Langston and everything, and nobody can touch me. And Mike is probably, he beat me last time we did a tournament, but he's probably known as the second strongest right arm in California, Mega Mike, my teammate. But it's just like, we went to practice, and I was like not even standing at the table, and I was rolling Mike's wrist out, and I was high hooking him, and then I went into his power in a hook, and then I was still center table. Like, it's weird, you guys. It's weird in that like, I know far away there's guys that'll destroy me, but it's weird feeling so dominant at your state level. Yeah, and that's no knock on Mega Mike. He's crazy strong. He's been in the sport like 2 or 3 years, guys. He's amazing. I'm just saying, in terms of confidence and in terms of being prepared for the big show, it's hard. It's hard. It just, yeah, it's big fish, little pond, even though it's not a little pond, but big fish in my pond. And it just, when you go home, you're like, I just keep thinking about like some monsters that are far away. And I'm like, so that's why I got to go to John Brzezinski's house. I have to start testing myself with John's arm. That's the closest elite arm I can get a hold of. I have to. And I think I need to do that sooner rather than later too. I know Devin's coming out here, so hopefully I can get a hold of him. But I need that kick in my butt right now in terms of I need a slow pull with a high-level guy to see where I'm at and to light some fire into my butt for training. And maybe my only goal for training is to get out there and whoop John's ass. maybe I make that my training goal. You know what I mean? Maybe I make that so it's like my goal is just to go out there every month and eventually just start cracking John and just owning him in every position. Maybe my goal is to own John Brzezinski in every single style of arm wrestling, top roll, hook, whatever. Maybe I make that my goal and I train for that. It's not a bad training goal. Get a PO box. White Wolf Devin has PO box and his crazy unboxing. I thought about that, but I don't think I'll get a bunch of stuff. You're literally the first person that's ever asked me for my address to send me something. So I don't think I'll get a ton of stuff. Until you start doing gear, I don't think you will be a top guy East versus West. Do gear, get stronger, and go kick some butt. Thank you, Neil. Let's see. We will talk after this. Craig D says, so given that it was stronger hand strength, that's you're emphasizing now, like 80%. I'm still doing everything. Like I just had to switch up my programming a little bit. One of the biggest things I'm switching is getting a table. I don't have my own arm wrestling table. Every table I've ever received, I give to my team. So we have it where we practice at my grandma's house. So I don't even have my own arm wrestling table. I have a half table, but it's under construction. So I'm going to buy a table, and I'm going to start doing my hand and wrist work at home. Normally I do my hand and wrist work right after I'll do biceps, and then I'll go do cupping for an hour and a half. So biceps for an hour and a half, cupping for an hour and a half. Like a 3-hour gym session. But by the time I get to my hand and wrist work, I'm already exhausted from all those biceps lifts I did. So I'm starting to break up my training. Biceps, hour and a half gym session, and then later in the day, completely separate, after I eat, take a nap, a hand and wrist session at home on a pulley system on the table. So I can really give my hand and wrist all the heavy work that they deserve and that they require. That's what I'm working towards. But trying to get a table and the pulley system and all the things is proving difficult. So changing up that part of my training, and then also, like I said, getting more into statics and partials and smaller movements with my hand and wrist is something else I'm getting into. Yeah. Let's see. Harvey Weinstein, sup, dude? Dan John, cracking. Craig D, why not have Mega Mike use bands to make it harder for you to pin? Yeah, it's just bands. You guys got to remember when you use bands or a rope or something like that, it pulls in one direction. It's not a complete arm wrestling strength, right? So it's just always trying to mimic something where I feel I might be at fault in or weaken. And that's possible. We do stuff like that. We have guys use two hands and things like that, but it's never as complete as a single arm wrestling match. And it doesn't help me a ton in terms of like me initiating or getting my move or anything, because like there's two hands there, or it's just weird, right? It's unnatural movements and things that you won't normally come across. So while we'll do it, it's definitely not my favorite thing to do. It's not my first option. My first option would be having somebody that is, elite to how many push-ups can you do? Diaz says. Last I did push-ups was a few months, month and a half ago, and I did 30. I did 30 without stopping. I was really surprised. Captain Phil Carty says, hey, bro, hello from Digby, Nova Scotia. What's up, dude? Thanks for hanging out with us. Jim Flipper, yeah, Larry has been training, practicing, and improving. He's been doing static training at home, and he says he made a lot of progress. Awesome. And, dude, I would love to see Larry make it to a super high level in arm wrestling. That would be great. It'd be great for everybody. Him, the sport, all of us. Let's see. Bridget says, you weren't joking. Traffic lights are out. Yeah, it's crazy over here. Like, the weather outside is storming. Like, each rain droplet was huge. It hurt. It hit you in the face, and it hurt. What those likes at 65 likes, 84 people. Those whack. 30 and UA 350. That's really good. Yeah, and they're pretty full range. I had to do them on my little perfect push-up thing because my wrists don't go backwards, so I had to grab the little bars or whatever. But yeah, it's a full lockout. I did 30. Would love to see Talgat Aktayev from Kazakhstan, east or west. He flash pinned Irakli and Krasmir multiple times. Dude, any guy that says he's from Kazakhstan is a scary mofo. Any arm wrestler from Kazakhstan is legit. They might be. Nah, I don't know. All right, in your guys' minds, I know some of you guys are hardcore arm wrestling fans. Some of you guys are, casual. But in your minds, what country exudes arm wrestling the most? Like, if someone says, "Hey, I'm an arm wrestler from blah country," which one do you think has the most background behind it? Where you're like, "Oh, you're probably scary legit." What's the number one country that pops up in your mind that produces the nastiest arm wrestlers? I wonder what you guys think. Oh, Georgia, USA, okay, Russia. Russia's definitely up there. And if those of you guys that are casual arm wrestlers haven't really thought about this, I understand totally. I'm just, yeah, I get it. Turkish dudes, Ukraine. There we go. Who was good in Georgia before Levon and Irakli? You had, there's always been Gennady Fikvinia, and then you've had, what's his name? Someone help me. Lightweight guy. Lived in the United States for a long time. Went back over to Georgia. Oh, brain fart. Someone help me. Lightweight dude. Changed his name. Lived over here and then went back to Georgia. Oh my God. Someone help me. What was his name? Shaved head, completely bald head. Oh my God. He lived out here. He trained in LA. He trained in LA with Vosgin, and then, oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, he's a legend. Won a ton of, Jambo Vibliani. There we go. Thank you. Jambo Vibliani, legend in Georgian arm wrestling. Also, back in the day, there was a super match with a guy named Zaur, pulled against or Roman Siliani. That's what his name. His name was, when he's out here, he was known as Roman. And then we went back. They said his name was actually Jambo Vibliani or something. I don't know. Don't know the story. Don't know what happened. But yeah, those are some. You guys named some awesome countries, dude. Bulgaria. Yep. Kazakhstan because of Morozov. No, they have a lot more than Morozov in Kazakhstan for sure. That's what I'm saying. There's so many top countries. I think the general consensus would be big picture: Russia, Ukraine, and I don't think Georgian arm wrestlers are amazing, but I don't think there's as many as there are like Kazakhstan or Turkey or Turkish. Now they have the number one guy, some top guys there. But if you look at overall numbers, I think there's more top Russians and more top Ukrainians than there are the other ones. You know what I mean? So I'd say Russia and Ukraine are probably the top two in terms of producing just beastly arm wrestlers. Yeah. Straight up little killers in Vietnam. Johnny Dang says Vietnam. Moldova definitely has some beasts. That's for sure. All right. We don't have to keep answering that question, you guys. All right. So what time is it? 5:50. How about you versus Sandris Sedis in East versus West? Could you take him? I'd love to have a match with Sandris. He's interesting to me. I just wish someone would hook me. Why is everybody not jumping in on a hook with me? I'm huge with a long arm. I'm not supposed to be good at hooking. You know? And I'm not even saying I wish someone would hook with me because I'm a beast and I'll crush him in a hook. I'm saying I wish someone would hook or a center table hook with me so I can at least feel it out and see if I'm just too weak to even move their arm. Because I hate having been able to get a hold of people and really give it everything. Not until after pulling where I'm how long do those events go for? 6 hours, 7 hours? Where I'm commentating for 7 hours and drinking whiskey cokes, and then I walk down to the table. Oh, let me try to arm wrestle. Berzeg will hook you. Yeah, he will. John will. That's what I'm saying. I know I'll get good training with John. Work on winning one first, says Archdog. Dang. Have you been full of rage since the last week's gripper attempt? You know what? At some point during the week, I grabbed the gripper and tried messing with it a little bit. Are we doing that today? What do we have? 71 likes? All right, 100 likes. We'll try the gripper. If you guys want me to try the 3.5, we'll do it at 100 likes. White Wolf, we got through the storm unscathed and managed to keep power up. East end of NS got hammered as well as NFLD. It's a lot of abbreviations. Chance nearly beat Sanders and a hook. Just saying. Chance don't want none of this hook. My boy, we hook. Chance, let's hook. How often can you do grippers and feel healthy? I grab them like once, just on stream with you guys. That's the only time I grab grippers. Like I know I said I grabbed it this week. I was bored, so I did grab it one time this week. But generally, I literally only grab it when I'm on stream with you guys. That's my grip work, and you can see every rep. That's it. I put it back down. That's the grip work I do. So yeah, that's it. Just once a week for just a tiny bit. Let's see. What's up, Derek? What's his talk of Khaled versus Monster Michael Todd? Apparently, Khaled said that he was down to pull Michael Todd, but I don't know how legit that is. You guys, Bridget just got here. Come say hi, Bridget. Come say hi. Don't be weird. Now they know you're here. Come say hi. Come on. The notorious. Oh, you're gonna pull up a chair. Okay. I'm just gonna say hi. It's my name. Hi.
Okay, that's weird.
She just walked in. So, if you look at top 10 guys in history based on most WAF gold medals, 4 Russians, 3 Ukrainians, 1 Slavic, and 1 Turk. Yeah. So it kind of lines up with what I was saying. The Russians are awesome. 78 likes still. Hello. Khaled barely beat Larry Wheels last time they pulled. Now he wants Michael. You and Michael Todd would be fun. Hey, I would have a fun time pulling Michael Todd. Yeah, I mean, because I'm not getting flashed. I'm not getting flashed each round. We're in it. I'm not saying I'm for sure pulling through it, but we're at least in it. And I know it has some fun. We could talk a little bit, talk some crap. That would be fun. It would be fun to pull Mike at least. Yeah, it'd be fun to pull Mike. People were saying hello, Bridget. Hello. She's looking all professional in her sports coat. All right. Screw it. Let's try this gripper thing. You guys put it in my brain now. Now I want to try the gripper thing. Let's try it. Let's just see if we can just do this real quick. Maybe we're on a grip day. Maybe the ooh, that doesn't feel too good. Let me get the trainer here. Okay. Now we got to get the old knuckle cracker. So I'll grab the 2.5 here. See if we can get that thing to crack on my knuckles for you guys. Oh, it didn't crack. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm feeling weak. We'll try it. But I'm definitely not feeling beast mode right now. Definitely not feeling beast mode. I didn't even finish my energy drink. I haven't even had half of it. Emiliano Osorio Ruiz. Do you think isometric exercises are better for boobies? Who wants to get PRs and stronger, safer than doing the whole rep? Boobies. Oh, nobbies. Newbies, you meant to say. I was like, you're talking about chest work, boobies, Joe. I was like, I mean, I guess. I don't know, man. I like full range work. That's why I did it for so long. And I got to a pretty good level doing full range work. I'd say do a mix. And then I think as time goes on, throttle more into partials and to statics for sure. Okay. 3.5. I'm not really feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling. Maybe I need to take my loss real quick. Wake up and then get it. That happens sometimes. No. Damn it. Hey, this gripper stuff, I'm telling you guys, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's just like the only thing I know about grippers for sure, you guys, is that for me, it's 100% based on energy levels. Like with the same arm, same muscle fibers and tendon strength and everything, I will some days not get this, and then some days I will crush this easily. And the only thing that'll change on those days is like energy, sleep, things like that. Like no, it's not about like it's wild how much my grip changes depending on my energy levels. There's never been something that's more indicative of my energy levels than training or than grippers. So like, I need to start taking these to like overseas when we go overseas and just try to do these grippers right before I go on stage. It'll give me a real telltale sign of how my energy levels are doing. Because that's just wild. Like in a week, we all know in a week I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna close it and make a video of it. Cool. But like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. I thought closing gripper with a straight arm works better than a bent arm. Very close. Yeah, I mean, okay, we'll try it again. The hat came off. Maybe I should stand up. Oh, I gotta show it to you guys. Sorry. 3.5. Show it. Focus, camera. Focus. It says 3.5. You guys trust me. I don't know the best way to stand. Like man, like this. So closer. And I think it moved a little bit when I went up to show you guys. It was definitely, I don't think it was touching, but it was way closer than before. I don't know. Not ideas. Let's see. Heraclio Ramirez. Yo, Heraclio. What's up, my boy? Hey, I don't know if you saw around, but there's the clothing site is out, Heraclio. www.theawswitch.com. That's stands for like the arm wrestling switch. You know, like the movie Over the Top, where he switches the hat around. It says it's like a switch. Thearmwrestlingswitch.com. And we have team shirts on there. We have Alpha Empire regular shirts. We have different the old team logo. Then we have Alpha Empire like more basic logo. We got stickers. We got hats. So buy your Alpha Empire stuff on there. If you need me to bring it to practice, then click pick up, and then instead I'll just bring it to you at practice. Right. So pay for it, and then click pick up instead of delivery, and I'll just bring it to practice. Let's see. Procleo, is that 350? I don't think it's 350 pounds, Cassie. I don't know what it's rated, the 3.5. When is Devin visiting you? We're trying to figure out the dates. Is it just me, or Jerry looking more and more like Randy from the Trailer Park Boys? Right now, it's definitely looking that way. I've only watched that show a few times, so I don't know any quotes from him off the top of my head. I wish I knew more. Ricky Walker with the $5 sticker. Thank you, sir. Always dropping by with those stickers, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Anthony says, yo, see you later. Anthony, thanks for hanging out. Right, I'll put in an order for some stickers and merch. Thank you, Rockleo. How about you versus Matt Mass? We could run that. I'm getting pissed off about this gripper thing now. 2 weeks in a row, you failed it. I did it when I had COVID. One more time. 3.5. Show it. 3.5. All right, whatever. You trust me. Okay, let me try this one more time. One last. Why is it not? Oh, this is my life. I can't finish a gripper. What's my life coming to right now? I'm a failure to you guys. I'm sorry. James M. How's killing Zune tonight, man? I'm doing all right. I actually started gaming the other day too, a little bit. I started playing Warzone. I'm getting ready for the new Call of Duty a little bit. So, yeah. What's up, man? No, it's definitely not a good idea. Don't be grip shamed. Can I even close this 3? This is just a 3. This isn't a 3.5. Please let me close this. I don't know if it touched. I don't think it touched. All right, now things are going downhill. No, gaming will take you away from arm wrestling. I'm only doing the gaming thing like late at night when I'm home, although I guess I technically could be sleeping. So you're probably right. Do you think if John trains you for his rematch with Angerbayev, he can beat him? Would love to see a fundraiser paying guys to fly out and train with him. Hey. I mean, it would benefit me and John, me going out there, I think. Yeah. I think David Dedican can beat 90% of the top level ranked guys in the world. 90%? Yeah. I mean, like how high ranking? Are you saying like he can beat like the top 5 guys? Or are you thinking he could beat like the top 30 arm wrestlers? Or like give me a not a percentage. Give me like the number. How high do you think he can beat people? What high ranked? What rank? Where do you put him? I'm assuming you're talking about left-handed. So where do you put him? Where do you rank David left-handed, Sonnen? Let me know. All right, but I think he's top 10 in the world. Okay. Yeah, I think he's definitely in the argument for top 10 in the world for sure. I don't think anybody's disputing that. Definitely, he's on the lighter side compared to those monsters, but I definitely think he's in top 10. I mean, we saw what he did with Oleg. Okay, guys, it is 6:03. You guys know I generally get off at 6 o'clock. So, once again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Been a blast. I don't ever deserve all this attention you guys give me, but White Wolf with the $20 super chat. Biggest super chat of the night and third super chat of the night. Thank you, sir. White Wolf. Going to be keeping Chave warm and cozy. Thank you, sir. White Wolf taking the top donator spot with the $20 super chat. Money Slam Wolf. Thank you. All right. I guess till next week, he's hanging out with White Wolf. All right, guys. Once again, thank you for everything. Super chat, or not super chat, what am I thinking? The link tree. You guys, moderators, please, can you post the link tree one more time in the chat? Also, please check out the awswitch.com. Get yourself some merch. New merchandise will keep coming out. We have a lot of ideas. Still working on a lot of things that'll be awesome. Tank tops and different colors and different logos and different hats and different things. So it's all being worked on. Bridget's like obsessed with it. She won't stop working on it. So anyway, I got myself in trouble. I will talk to you guys later. Love you to death. See ya.